I've been exploring the insight of abundance for a long time now, and as I've explored it and played around with different ways of accessing it, I came up with a thought that not only stimulated my curiosity, it revealed and unlocked the abundant possibilities that surround each and every one of us all of the time. So here's the thought. And if you can make it true for you, and if you act on it, it has the potential to help you find your version of the kind of life you would love to live. Everything you need is already where you are. Everything you need is already where you are. What it promises is that no matter what the conditions or the circumstances that you find yourself in, all of the resources you need are abundantly available to you right now. Because everything you need is already where you are. And what it also means, if you allow it to, is that you are therefore always exactly where you need to be on your journey toward that life you would love to live. How good would that be? And the beautiful thing about abundance is that you don't need any kind of special capabilities to access all of the resources that it points to. Because the key that unlocks this insight is one that I explored in some recent thought experiments. Acceptance. So what those thought experiments told me was that when you accept things for how they are right now, and you get curious about what's there to benefit you, options, choices, opportunities, possibilities reveal themselves in abundance. Why? Because they're already there. The challenge is that when you don't accept things for how they are, for what is, you become blind. You become so blind that you absolutely believe they don't actually exist. In these all too common moments, we let our primal programming kick in. It's a primal belief in scarcity. And it blinds us. It has us place our attention on the things that are not here, but that we wish were. And because they're not here, they can't possibly help. And all of the energy that could otherwise get curious about abundance, the abundance that surrounds us in each and every moment of each and every day, is poured into a vacuum of what isn't. And that's a real shame. But once you let go of what isn't true, what isn't there, what isn't happening, even though you really wish it was, you become fully present to what is. And from here, you see abundance. From that place, you're playing the game of life with the cards that you've been dealt. And of course, they're the only cards you can play with. Once you get that, you discover pretty quickly that the actual cards, as anyone who plays poker knows, they're not what matters. What matters is how you use them. What makes the resources that you have abundant is not so much what they are, but what you do with them. Because the circumstances that you're in and the events that happen, they're not the outcomes. They're the inputs. They're the tools. They may not be the tools that you thought you wanted, but they're the tools you've got. And success is arbitrated not by what tools you've got, but by how you use them. Accept that, and they become the tools you need. So here's the thought experiment. The next time you find yourself wishing for something was different from what it is, or thinking that you need something that you haven't got, explore what happens when you say to yourself and believe, everything I need is already where I am. And then get creative about how you use the events and the circumstances you are in, no matter how challenging they might be, as the tools with which to create what you need in your life. Ask yourself, how can I use the tools that I have to achieve what I want? If you play around with this thought experiment, you'll discover from personal experience what happens when you look at the events and the circumstances that you find yourselves in, just as they are, as the source of abundance in your life. Stop looking for what's not there. You'll never find it. That's not abundance. That's absence. Let yourself know that you are always holding the winning cards, because the cards you're holding are the only ones you can win with. It might mean that you get where you want to go in a different way than that which you imagined. But you will get there. So, if you know that you're holding the winning cards right now, and that everything you need is already abundantly where you are, what are you waiting for?